$1,000 a point.
Checking out these limb proportions, though, very interesting, because I think Na'Vi is quite equalized across the board, right? No, everyone's putting in the work there. Then the rest of the teams, you got Lord clearing ahead, Order. I mean, you can't even see him. That's how far ahead he is, and Frozen similarly in that kind of position on the horizon. So there's some very clear individual winners from each of those, but Na'Vi much more of that team-centric type of unit, and I like that from them. But still, it's great to see some star players being formed. You know, Frozen from Turkey. God, I've not really seen too much of this guy before, but he's left a mark in my mind, and one that will be remembered into the future. And if anyone deserves the name of Frozen, cold as ice, definitely him.
Won't be letting this spot towards the top of the tables go with any luck. 4th place in the lead right now for that charge. The Infinity, the number of times they've crossed this bridge, they should have it down pat. And it's back to basics playing. This is what we saw at the start of the East League. It's 6-2-8 guarding out the bridge. Mela doesn't make it through. He doesn't manage to sneak his way under the stanchions. But now she gives up the high ground position, allows Nuzi to come back, and with Mela on the guard, potential for the Infinity to guard it out, but no, doesn't quite make it.
This is so funny to me because 6-8 are really squeezing everything they can out this final game, and they've done this before. In fact, Damwon's done this before, where they try something that no one expects in those final moments. Specifically in the East League finals, they played central, they played it well, and here 6-8 were guarding out the Infinity for the longest time. Don't do it at all in the PMGC Grand Finals. But the final game, you know what? We could do with some extra points here at Oracle.
I mean, absolutely right. You absolutely could. Infinity now, though, slowed down and split. Godtani very separate from the remaining on Sosnovka as they back on up, and Storm actually still holding that bridge for the Eastern Crossing. They're waiting for the Infinity to eventually come out their way. They might just be able to pick up a couple of points for it. Nuzi and Logan, they don't know what waits for them.
Yeah, real sad times here for the Infinity. Blocked on both entrances. Circle heads down towards Milta, Shelter, and Prison. I mean, if we're going to be going down to Milta Power, kind of that place you go when you have nowhere left to stay. Most teams are going to try and place themselves around Shelter. Shelter's kind of that elevated position, but also doesn't give you much cover either. So not a place you want to end up unless you're underneath in the Shelter itself, of course. It's in the name.
It is. It is in the name. That's so right. Well. But Fenerbahce. Oh dear. What a central crunch. I'm going to go back to the game on this one. What a central crunch for all of these teams. This is everybody trying to play Nova's strategy right now. Get in the middle and take space, right? Fenerbahce in the middle. I can't even see the names of these teams, quite frankly. They are all overlaid on one another on my map. And it's just really going to be so difficult to find these positions. And that might play to Na'Vi's advantage.
Absolutely. Playing edge play the entire tournament, not switching up here for the final game. They're sticking true to their roots, John. I respect it. Order already finds a shot over towards next Ruya on Kadir. Let's go down. Playing down towards this cheeky compound on the actual bend of the road. Na'Vi's heading down that way as well. We've got to be careful. Got to be real cautious here. Can't let it all slip away. That's Nigma Galaxy taking a fair few knocks over their side. This is dangerous. This is not how they want it to end.
Oh, they go right through everybody. The fire burns hot in the middle, and Lord goes down as well. Nigma Galaxy really at risk right now. They're going through heavily battle-scarred right through the clump. And they're a team as well that likes to play center, but with everybody moving in, there is just no opening. Freak down in the open, and only 2 players remain for Nigma Galaxy standing.
Team Secret also picked up 1 player in the process there. So unfortunate for Nigma Galaxy. Freak also now flushed. Now just down to 2, and realistically, Nigma Galaxy plays best on our angle when they have 4 and they have that central position. It's that crunch that you mentioned earlier, John, which has changed everything for them. And as 2 players, Max put it best on the desk, saying that they really don't have that team fighting capability at the moment. The majority of their points come from placements. 2 players is not enough here on our angle.
With 2 players, they know nothing of the crunch. It's just not going to go their way. I mean, they've got 1 point between them and Na'Vi. Their only hope now is survive as long as you can and hope Na'Vi goes down. But Na'Vi are not going to go down without a fight.
Na'Vi were born in the crunch, you know. Ooh. Live in the crunch. We'll see how far they can go, but they've had some drastic games behind them, honestly. We will continue saying that they've had a rough tournament, specifically just from circles, and sometimes that's how it is, and it takes a real team to be able to overcome those rough roads, rough waters, and come out in 3rd place here at the end of the day. So I really respect it, and I think that last game was a long time coming on Miramar, where they had the circle come to them for once, but instead, I mean, a circle center right up in the middle here, John, so teams still vying for that position. Fenerbahce around Enigma Galaxy's spot. It can't really move too far down towards the south side either, because 628, the Infinity, Stalwart, they're all on their way. Somehow the Infinity's made it through with 3 players. I believe that was because they took a botation from the Sosnovka, to Milterpower. I'm going to keep calling it the Sosnovka.
The Sozzy.
The Soz?
The Sozzy on the South Sozzy. You know?
Exactly.
Sozzy on the South Bank. Nice stuff. But next, Ruya and their run might be drawn short. Looking for the sprays across the way for rivals. Managed to find 1 and 2 as well. And Na'Vi's opponents dropping around them. It's all on whether they can perform from the Northwest sweep.
Absolutely. 628 still on the hunt here. We talked about it before. These guys have the hunting caps firmly placed on their heads. Nihat goes down to a beautiful nade coming through from Down One Gaming. Yekta, last remaining for next Ruya. And hopes and dreams may just die right here for Turkey.
In danger as well from players beneath them on the tables. They are only 1 point clear of Stalwart. And with that, their tournament is over. Their season is over as well. Next Ruya are first eliminated in this final game.
In the meantime, sorry to cut you off there, John. Na'Vi actually picked up 1 knock over towards Nova, finding order out in the midst, alone, away from his team. They're searching for the players right now. Jimmy's trying to provide support. It's just a little bit too far away, and Na'Vi setting themselves up nicely. But again, Nova are terrifyingly accurate over long range.
Oh, Jimmy not think he's going to be able to live up to that, though. Doesn't quite get those shots down. Tixie picks up the flush. Nova isolated to the compound. There's nowhere really for them to go right now without contestation. DX Xavier are ahead of them. You've got Godlike as well across the way to the north, and Na'Vi have an excellent spread out the back.
One thing that we have to remember right now, though, is that 1 elimination gained right at the beginning of the game for 628. They're on the hunt right now, the prowl for the Infinity, and I want to see how far 628 can go here, and just how much that 1 point does mean as we finish out this game, because it could be the difference between leapfrogging someone and not.
Looks like they are going to still be pretty closely fought with the Infinity, who are, again, taking shots from Team Secret towards the prison position. The top of those hills going to be occupied. Nuzi behind some flimsy metal. How long will that hold and provide sanctuary?
That's a real question there. Just got a message from Jason, actually, saying that Down One Gaming are the dream killers. First it was Enigma Galaxy, then it was next Ruya, and he couldn't be more right here. Honestly, Dream Eaters here in the lobby from Korea. Honestly, being in 11th place, 114 points, it's not where they wanted to end up. But, you know, winning the East League Finals is an accolade of its own. Such a difficult region to play in with many, many experienced players. Stalwart taking huge amounts of damage as well. Nuzi in the vehicle, but they're directly running into S2G. 4 rivals breaching Down One.
Chaos everywhere. 4 rivals as well. 3 players alive. Take down the Dream Eaters themselves. They wake up from the nightmare, and they will survive. But Stalwart come a cropper. They rampage straight into S2G, and they will rage into the night as we say goodbye to them for their season.
Now it's time for 628, Na'Vi and Enigma Galaxy. It's all-out war right now for that $600,000 and pride to come out on top in the podium for this. And honestly, if we did see 6-8 getting the podium finish and 2 Chinese teams come out on top, I will be so impressed.
How many hats would you read if that happens? But here goes Hamodi. Up to bat against the push from Team Secret. Goes down early. Nobody to fall, and it's just Ralph. The epitome of survival left for Enigma Galaxy. He does it on Sandhawk, and nobody knows how. But now it's so important for him to do the same on Erangel. But with 13 teams remaining, how much further can he go, and how long can they keep Na'Vi at bay?
Literal Bear Grylls Ralph. Gonna have to drink his own bullets here to survive. See if he can make it happen. 6-8, taking huge amounts of damage there from A7, and they're out. Enigma Galaxy and Na'Vi, it's down to these 2 teams. The Infinity, 138 points, but only 1 player surviving.
The bottom of the table's really starting to step up, and look at that. You just saw on the right-hand side of your screen with another elimination coming through for Na'Vi. They've leapfrogged over Enigma Galaxy now. They are 1 point in the lead, and they lose the tiebreaker, Blank.
They will not have to go much further, honestly, for Na'Vi to solidify this position. Remember, they do not know the current situation that Enigma Galaxy is in, so they're going to be fighting tooth and nail to make it to the end of the game and get that 2nd place. But Ralph really needs to get those big points. But Na'Vi, once they get rolling, it's a fair few limbs coming their way, and I'm not sure the survival specialist can make it out with just 12 points, but he's taking fire into the smoke.
Oh, so dangerous for Ralph right now. See how long he can last. And maybe even pick up a couple more points. If Na'Vi go down now, there's a chance. If they do badly in their fight on the Southwest with Furious Gaming, who they're very close by right now. Nova still going on the northern side as well.
The Xavier down in 10th place. I think they deserve more, honestly. I think the improvement between East League Finals and now has been dramatic. No longer something that was gifted to them, but something that they deserve. See them go a little bit further. Furious Gaming, though, come under fire from Na'Vi, and this has been quite some time. I think you can be furious indeed, but you'll never be as furious as Na'Vi right now, looking to take back that 2nd spot.
And there's the shift coming through. It goes up to the north, towards Nova, towards the Xavier and Godlike as well. And actually to the last player from the Infinity. Alpha 7 moving through Team Secret ground right now as Carrillo does a wild sweep, gathers info. Fredo not able to get the shot onto him, but Senatexa not so lucky. Mafioso similarly fated. And Jumper on the off angle looking for the spray down. Gets a little bit of damage, but has to duck back behind the tree. The limbs providing cover for now.
Fredo moving up. Hugely clutch player from Team Secret. Revo has to hit the deck for a little bit longer. Carrillo trying to provide support for Senatexa.
Jumper still behind the tree. Has to be worried as the res can come through over towards Senatexa, and they'll have to leave. To their north, they've got the 4 rivals to worry about. It's such a difficult rotation, but Jumper into the UAS. Fredo into the buggy as well. Now for 7 mounts up. They're looking for the res. Over onto Mafioso, and Carrillo gets ahead of the game. Fredo trying to suppress the backlines, try to stop that crunch back up, and Carrillo goes down. A Molotov to burn him out as Jumper falls, and Fredo similarly. Eye shots now in the smoke for Team Secret. Towards the bottom of the tables. Every point can ladder them up, but Damwon Gaming stretched out a little bit further ahead of them. Eye shots has more to do.
Honestly, they're both so low here. Just a couple of stray bullets from Ice Shots could spell the end for A7. Honestly, with 5 limbs this game, there's a real potential for A7 to ladder up quite a bit during this game. But a beautiful nade from Ralph, in particular, will at least take down 1.
And that's absolutely crucial, getting themselves a couple more points, keeping themselves closer to Na'Vi, Blank. But Ralph has been spotted. Eye shots last for Team Secret as the blue takes over Enigma Galaxy, the last remaining player, and he falls. It's S2G to put the nail in the coffin, and Na'Vi claim that 2nd place. No real way for the Infinity to get back into this one, and it is looking good for them to take home this 2nd place title.
I believe that right now will be the 600,000 made right now for Na'Vi. Enigma Galaxy sadly will have to go home with this 3rd place. S2G, they're really on the long haul right now though. With 6 limbs so far, this team definitely can ladder up quite a fair bit here, John.
The mark that they're looking at right now is next Ruya. 141 points with no elims on this game. If they go down here, it's not going to be great, but if they can keep on pushing, they need a total blank of 11 points on this game. They've got 7 of them already. I think they might have actually jumped up quite a bit just on placement. Blank, I think they might be there. It's DXavier who's trying to keep up right now.
138 tied now with the Infinity and Alpha 7. A little bit further, perhaps even get a 6th place after they pass that 140-point mark. Na'Vi is on a tear, though, right now in the vehicles versus DXavier.
They're pushing into the bunker as well, but Matic goes down early. Meku's still healthy, but Lamborghini's there. And just like that, in the blink of an eye, Na'Vi down. DXavier, hold on. And they are still going, but look at that, S2G in the meantime, they've been doing work, picking up a couple of those kills, puts them up to double-digit elims. 4 teams remain.
10 elims here is unbelievable from S2G. This team came out hot in the West, looked good for it. In these final moments, they're clawing it back, and I don't know how they're making this happen, but 10 elims is good. 7 moves out.
And not only that, Blank, remember they still have placement points yet to be added to the total. They will have jumped up over next Ruya. Blank, they're in 4th place currently.
This is beautiful stuff. They have pushed it to the limit right now. S2G just down to Calci, sadly. But Godlike still in this one with 4 players alive. And you know what? It would be a beautiful ending to see India grab this chicken dinner right at the end of the tournament.
They still have all 4 of them going. What a way to send it off, you're right. Paraboy. 3 players alive for Nova. And they're holding out on the southwest side, but Godlike do have a commanding presence here.
Godlike, Samaraj will find one from S2G, just Timber last. Great player with the clutch ability, but Paraboy wants nothing of it from DXavier. They're sending them home right now.
This is the metal that champions are made of. You cannot step up without feeling the brunt of it. King does go down, sure, but DXavier getting cut out of this final bargain. And 3 teams remain. S2G on 1 player.
Final left alive. Godlike is the new threat for Nova. Just 2 alive right now in terms of teams. Godlike looking to have at least a significant ending for themselves in this global tournament. But the shots coming through from Samaraj.
Getting a little bit closer. They have got the zone all to themselves. There is no opening for Nova to go for unless they get an off angle. King is down, but Clutch God falls, and it's Paraboy and Jimmy once again, the final duo from Nova. Can they stop this rotation? Paraboy swings the buggy out, repositions, but goes down, and Godlike want to do India proud with this final game. They are looking to take down Jimmy, the last they need, and it is the final push. Jonathan, an excellent representative for the Indian region, looking to clamber their way up those tables as well, with a great elimination count, with excellent placement points as well. They are looking good to climb up pretty far here, a lot more than maybe you would have expected at the start of today, and it is just Jimmy left. Paraboy, Reservoir.
Actually able to get underneath in the shelter, and like you said, he's Reservoir here. Samaraj kind of has a whiff of what's going on, moves up, try and finish them off, move back into shelter, trying to get the healing off here and move round. This is interesting play coming out from Nova and could be good for it.
And they're playing with their food at this point. Or rather playing with the sharks that they are about to feed. It feels like Godlike have this one unlocked, but do not count Paraboy and Jimmy out. They are running out into the blue, and they're going for it, but Godlike have the run out. They know exactly what's going on, and out in the blue, it's Nova going down, and Godlike with the final chicken dinner of the tournament, of the year, of the season, finally taking down Nova.
And I get to see that beautiful smile from Jonathan once again, and that makes me happy. Samaraj, though, seemed to be a real game changer in those last couple of matches, though. You like to see it, and Godlike with the chicken dinner. What a fantastic ending. So many shifts and turns, but down one, the Dream Killers, next Ruya, as well as Enigma Galaxy. Next Ruya been able to survive a little bit longer. Perhaps S2G wouldn't have been able to leapfrog them because they would have been able to hold on to that position just a while more. So unfortunate. But S2G in those final moments,